Our emoji demon sigil saga continues. Are emojis the modern day hieroglyphs, the #1 language in the world? Let's check it out. With this thought in mind that they're building the new world, the Tower of Babel re-babbling again, from Mystery Babylon, Tower of Babel all the way to the future Mystery Babylon, completed, is language and all of technology based off of demon sigils, which has even worked its way in through the emojis. I've done several videos before about the components of circuitry, and electrical components all resemble these demon sigils, which also resemble the ancient Nordic runes or Paleo-Hebrew or ancient star markings / constellations, all tying into the spiritual realm and fallen spiritual technology and beings. Plenty of engineers have left me comments saying that they thought that people were just bored when they put designs into circuit boards, and they look exactly like some of these demon sigils. This whole suppressed old world where the entire earth is a grid, an electrical grid. You even see how pyramids in circuit boards or cities in circuit boards from an aerial view look identical. Circuit board, fiber optic, and lasers all come from post-World War II Nazi Nef tech. Werner von Braun and others given secret, occult fallen angel tech. And even with Project Paperclip, some of these scientists were funneled in to the United States. Science, the word, and the origin itself is very interesting, as well as some secrets of alchemy and the elements, which we'll be getting into in the future. I showed you a list of how some of these summoning sigils look like a diagram of some electrical components. Also, that whole story with Ben Franklin and the kite being a summoning sigil for the Lord of Power, reminds me of the gravity story with an apple. What's up with all these stories? Are they even real? So anyway, with this Ben Franklin discovering electricity story with the kite, the demon summoning sigil for the God of Power, and then all the L words tying into electricity, elite, and other L words I've covered before, is all of this technology a way for fallen spirits to interface through? And also, why do some cymatic patterns also look like sigils, and frequency has everything to do with the spirit realm? Opening doors. Sigils and star markings found all over the old world, kind of like phone numbers that open up doors. This all even ties in with stuff like Ohm, future plug coming, and other mandalas in the whole ancient world just giving us frequency displays. This totally ties into the entire matrix grid that we're all connected to. What's up with all these 5G towers? 5G, pentagram.
Now, on the back end of that video I just showed really quick, I thought I'd do a commentary because I actually used to play a game which it's probably like the most popular video game on computer that most of the world, like most of the teenagers and stuff today are playing. It's like #1. It's called League of Legends. And it's a very interesting game, very demonic game. Essentially, the map is called Summoner's Rift. So you're summoning a champion or a legend. And so summoning, we know that you summon spirits and demons, right, in conjuring, etc., witchcraft. And that a rift is like a breach in something, so maybe a breach in the veil or the spiritual realm, so you're summoning spirits. So that's what the game is called, League of Legends, Summoner's Rift. You're summoning these legends, and a lot of these legends are actually like characters like Diana, where it's like all her abilities or spells that she casts are to do with the moon. You know, Diana the moon, pagan deity. And there's actually a legend called Sion, who comes back from the dead after you kill him. That's his passive, and he like resurrects, and you can still like use him a bit. So it's like, that's obviously symbolic of, like, you know, Sion is the people of God. They're going to resurrect and come back to life. So it's very, this game is, it's highly demonic, but it's also got some interesting insights that I wanted to bring up. And maybe you should be praying for teenagers and kids who are playing this game, because it's highly addictive and demonic. There's a lot of curses and witchcraft on it. Obviously, when you spawn into the map, I'll put the photo that there's a it's a 5 versus 5 team game, so it's always 5 versus 5, and you spawn in on this circle where it's like a pentagram, and 5 legends or champions spawn in, and then you go and battle the other team, the other 5, and whoever wins, the game wins, obviously. So in the game, you're battling enemy champions, and you actually are casting spells at them to destroy them, you know, like beams and, you know, all sorts of attacks. And you actually have a mana bar, which, like, your spells are cast from. Like, if you run out of mana, you can't cast spells. And we know that mana you know, is to do with like, you know, in the Bible, God feeds its angels food like manna. That's what he fed the children of Israel. So this game is very deceptive, but it's very revealing things that we already know. But it's just interesting to see how these demonic video games, the number one video game, has got all these, like, you know, it's straight satanic, but it's also showing us, like, you know, biblical stuff. In fact, the lore or the legend of the game is that they eventually managed to merge magic, and this is why I bring it up, with technology called hex tech, which hex is like hexagon 6, and through combining magic and technology, they're able to build portals and things like this, and do spells and create weapons. And this is the video game. I used to be addicted to it and play it a lot, and so many kids are addicted to it today, even Christians kids, and you know, I'll be praying for them. But yeah, it just goes to show how I bring it up, because it shows how technology and the spiritual realm and magic and everything is very highly intertwined. But I will eventually do a video on how, even so, God can use the tree of knowledge, which is all this knowledge that is increasing, to bring people to the tree of life. So, I mean, if God uses the internet and all this fallen angel technology, these black scrying mirror hell phones, to bring people to Christ, then that's, God gets the glory even through the tree of knowledge, bringing people to the tree of life. And it's very interesting. But mainly it's used to enslave and distract and entertain humanity on a larger scale. So very concerning things. Anyways, God bless you all.